So I'm Mona Parikh. I'm an agent with Keller Williams Realty, and my name brand is Mona Knows Homes. So how many of y'all have seen me on Facebook, and how many of y'all know Mona Knows Homes? That's it? Seriously? Okay, y'all need to all join me on Facebook like right now and say Mona's speaking, and she's talking about growing your business to the next level. Growing your business to the next level is my topic. So I want all of you guys to join me today and connect with me online so we can kind of show you guys what it does in terms of social media and social marketing to get your business to the next level. But what I'm talking about today, I came and talked at Carl's wonderful event in May, and that's when I spent a lot of time talking about real estate in terms of residential real estate, commercial real estate, investing. Today we're going to talk a little bit about that, but the true focus is for entrepreneurs and business owners on how do you grow your business to the next level. So who's ready to rock it in 2018? Say yeah! Woo! That's right. So I want to help you guys get your business to the next level. And this year alone, my business has tripled. So, I mean, if you can believe that, I mean, most people are like, hey, you know, my business kind of improved, but my business has tripled, and I am not kidding. So how many of y'all think this is a pretty cool lady, you know? That she can triple her business? Well, I'm super proud of myself, and the reason that I'm proud of myself is because this year alone, I've done about 25 deals, and last year I was right at about 8 at the end of the year. So my business has seriously tripled. And I'm excited to share with you secrets of my success and how that can help all of you guys. Because all of you guys want to really make it happen next year. Is that right? Oh, yeah. All of y'all? Okay. All right. So I'm going to start a little bit different. I'm just going to kind of tell you a little bit about my background, a little bit about myself, and then we're going to really get into the content of 10 strategies to get your business to the next level. A little bit about my background. I grew up here in Sugar Land. I am originally born in New York. I know Pablo says he's from another country, New York. I am from New York, but I only lived there 2 years, 2 years in Chicago, and came to Sugar Land, Texas at the age of about 4 to 5. So I've been in this Houston, Sugar Land area my whole life. And I'm only 21, right? Can y'all tell? But no, so, you know, my father is actually a residential real estate agent. He's been in the business for about 35 years. And my mom just retired from Texas Children's Hospital. She's been in the business. She was actually in research and allergy immunology for over 30 years in the hospital. I do have one sister. She's an endocrinologist, a doctor. And so we just grew up in a small little house here in Sugar Land. My dad's background was an engineer. He got laid off a couple of times in his career, and then he just decided to try something different, which was real estate. And so ever since I was young, I would drive around with my dad. He'd say, Mona, okay, I'm going to pick you up from school and we're going to go straight home. But it took like 5 stops to get straight home because he had to go check out this property in Mission Bend, this property in Greatwood, this property here. So I never really got home from school till kind of late at night because I went with my dad everywhere to stop at all his rental properties and pick up his rental checks. So he was making money, a lot of money back then, and he has a lot of rental properties now that he uses as passive income for investments. But my dad is the one who inspired me ultimately to get into real estate. My background is I have an undergraduate from UT Texas in business honors and finance, and I have an MBA from Rice University. So right after I got out of Rice, I decided to focus in human resources, and that was actually my career. So I wasn't born into real estate. I didn't get into it in my 20s. I actually got into real estate really recently. And so I did human resources for 12 years. I was in different oil and gas companies. I got impacted by downsizing. All of you guys have heard of downsizing, right? It's not fun. But throughout my career, I got laid off a couple of times, and my dad kept telling me every time I got laid off, he said, get your license, get your license, get your license. Okay, Dad, can we talk about anything else? So what's going on in your life? Get your real estate license. And I was like, every single time I went to go see him, that's all he said, get your license, get your license. So finally, in 2010, I listened to my dad and I got my real estate license. At the same time, I was practicing human resources in corporate HR. So I was working full time, was kind of working with my dad on the side in 2010. And then finally in 2015, when I went through a downsizing, I said, okay, it's time. It's time to be an entrepreneur and get my business to where I need to be and to be happy within myself for something that I can build on my own. And that was really what changed my path. So in 2010, March, I joined Keller Williams Realty. I'm very blessed to be with a wonderful company at Keller Williams, and I have great agents here who've come out to support me, as well as I really appreciate all of you guys coming out. So how many of you guys are really here to see me? How many people did I call to say to come over here? That's right. So I have a handful, about 10 or 12 of y'all. I'm like, okay, did you register? Did you register? I don't see your name on the list. Did you register? So I wanted to get a lot of people here just to kind of see how I can share that knowledge with you. So I became an agent in 2015. I've been in the business for about 2.5 years. And like I said, my business has really grown this year, and I want to share some insight with you. This year has been an amazing year for me personally. I've received a lot of awards in the office. I was #1 in listing volume in the entire company of our office for out of 450 agents. I was also #1 in listing volume, #1 in listing units, and then I received a cap, which means that you cap on your commission, and I was able to do that very quickly. Most people take several months to cap. This year I was able to reach that cap very quickly in a record time, like 2.5 months. And so I was super proud of myself, because last year I capped and it took me 11 months. So that was like a huge accomplishment, okay? And it's exciting because I've seen myself grow personally as a leader and as an individual, and I was recognized. I all saw my beautiful Houston Business Journal article. I'm not Houston Business Journal, Houston Real Producers article. I was in the October issue as the rising star, so that was a huge accomplishment for me. And then I've also been recognized somehow randomly. The Houston Business Journal found me, and they put me in an article in June in the Houston Business Journal, and I was also recognized in Fort Bend Lifestyles and Homes. So it is a great honor to be here with Carl Scott and the Networkers Luncheon. Carl and Pablo have both been mentors for me in my career. They've really given me the vision, the inspiration, the motivation to keep my business going, and I really do appreciate all of their advice and guidance through the process. So let's get started. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about the 10 tips. I do have a little bit of a longer segment, about 40 minutes or so, so I will be kind of getting y'all involved. So when I say ask you a question, what are y'all supposed to do? Participate, right? Okay, so I want energy. I love hearing positive feedback. I love getting y'all's response, because that's the only way that I know you're engaged. And to really get your business to the next level, you have to be engaged. Would you agree? Yeah. Okay, so you've got to be in the moment. So I don't want anybody texting their best friends. I don't want anyone checking out Facebook. I don't want y'all to see what's going on in the news. I want y'all to focus, because if you focus in here and the way you play here is how you're going to play in your business, okay? So when you guys are out there in business and you're making it happen, you got to be in the moment. Would you agree? Yeah. All right, so when you're networking with someone, you've got to be in the moment, right? Yes. All right, so I am going to kind of walk you through the 10 steps. So the first step is, and you can take notes on back of Carl's handout here, there's a note section, so you can take notes on that. And then at the end, we'll have a little bit of a feedback form. So the #1 strategy is having a positive focus on attitude and mindset. Have a positive mindset. So how many of you guys wake out of bed every morning and you're just like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to make my contacts. I'm going to get this business going, and I'm going to make some money. That's right. So I see Doug. I see Velas. Who else? Steve. Okay, Pablo, Carl, Rob. Okay, and Tina and Stacy. Now, who didn't raise their hand? Raise their hand now. All right, 1, 2, 3. Who else? Come on. 4. Hyatt, did you? 5. I'm going to call y'all out. No, but what I'm saying is that's really how you have to wake up every day, with that mindset. Because once your mind is positive, once you have a great attitude about how you're going to hit the day, when you start the day is how you end the day. So if you wake up kind of grumpy, got to get to work, I don't know, you know, I really got to talk to a lot of people. Should I network? Should I call? I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm kind of a rough day, you know. Astros didn't win last night, and, you know, or maybe I'm just going to sit at home on the couch all day, you know. Well, with that mindset, you are not going to double and triple your business. Would you agree? All right, so I want all of you guys to get up and really have an attitude and mindset first in the morning. That's the key. I'm currently taking some training classes in my office called Bold, and we're focusing on affirmations. And what that is when you get up in the morning, have at least 1, if not 2, affirmations of what you feel. Like, you know, I get up in the morning, I say, I'm going to get it. I'm going to rock this day today. I'm going to have an amazing day. And that's true. I am going to have an amazing day because that's in my mindset. The thing also when you have a positive mindset is to set what direction you're going. You know, where is your mind? In the morning, that's where you set your mind. Where are you going that day? You know, and the thing that I always tell people is, we learned this in our bold training at Keller Williams. There's always this thing called a drunken monkey. How many of y'all have heard of what that means? I know the Keller Williams agents have. But what that means is there's always this little person in the back of your head, you know, kind of gnawing at you, saying, you can't do it. You know, you can't make that call. You're going to look silly when you call that person. You can't just go approach someone in the grocery store and give them your business card. You can't do that. Well, who said you can't do that? You can do anything you put your mind to. Is that right? Right. If you have your mind in the right place, you can do anything that you want. There is not anything that is going to stop you if you're positive and you've got a mindset of getting it done, all right? So I want y'all to take away that little drunken monkey or that little thing in the background that's talking to you and giving you negative energy. Because you may have people in your house, you may have people in your family, you may have some of your friends that kind of suck you in, you know, kind of bring that negative. You know those people. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. So you just need to push them out, okay? Can y'all do that? Can y'all push them out? Yeah. All right. So I want y'all to push out the negative. Let's do that. Push out the negative. All right. Get your karate going. Push. All right. And bring in the positive. All right. Bring it in. Bring it in. Do y'all feel that energy? Feel that positive. All right. You need to really fill that in. So happiness is not really an accident, nor is it something that you wish for. It's something that you design. So you design your life. If you want to be happy, you will be happy. Do y'all agree? Yes. All right. So are y'all happy today? Yes. All right. Are y'all ready to hear some advice? Yes. And are y'all ready to grow your business? Yes. All right. I like that. All right. So I want that energy throughout the presentation. And really to get where you want in your life and your career, you have to believe in yourself. Would you agree? Yes. All right. So where does that belief come from? That comes from within yourself, right? Because just because I tell Jay, you got to be happy today. I want to see you smile. Well, maybe he will for me, but is he really happy inside? That has to come within him, right? Yeah. And so no matter what people say, oh, things are great, you know, I have a great life, everything's perfect. Well, maybe inside it's not perfect. So we got to fix our insides to make it right on the outside, right? So whatever it takes, whether it takes, you know, working out in the morning. Y'all know me from Facebook. I love working out. That's how I get my day going. That makes me feel happy inside. I start every single day at 5:30 in the morning at the gym, 5 days a week. Okay, but that gets me going. That makes me happy. That makes me confident. That makes me know I'm going to have an amazing day today. That's what makes it for me. So what is it that makes it for you first thing in the morning that's going to put that belief within yourself? Okay, what is it? I want to get some participation. Give me something that y'all do to get that confidence. Steve, what do you do? Work out, that's right. Okay, good. Working out. Okay, working out first thing in the morning. Velas? Read. Okay, so Velas is reading. That's great. Kind of have a little time for self-reflection in the morning. That's really important. It's important to do something for yourself. Who else? Doug, what do you do?
Positive affirmation.
That's right, so what is your affirmation?
Loving my job, loving my kids, having a blessed family, an opportunity.
That's wonderful. Yeah, so you really have to get out there, and Doug is actually putting this stuff in practice. He's having positive affirmations, which means that he's saying that every single day. Who else is saying that every single day? Raise your hand right now. Good. That is wonderful. So I've got about maybe a third of y'all that are saying positive affirmations. So put in your notes, what is it going to take for you to say a positive affirmation every day? Write that down. Okay, because in the end, I want y'all to come out with real-time advice. Write it down. What are you going to do strategy number 1 that Mona says? Have a positive mindset. Okay, does everybody have something? Okay, who's going to volunteer one item? Okay, come on, don't be shy. Okay, Jay.
I'm going to put, when my alarm goes off, I'm going to title my alarm Win the Day.
Win the day. I love it. I love it. So Jay's going to put his alarm, win the day. Okay, anybody else? What did y'all write down? Okay, come on, come on. Pony, what did you write down?
Today is the day.
Today is the day. I love that. That is right. Every day is a new day. So today is the day. Does that make sense? All right, so y'all pick something that's within you that gives you that lift and write that down and say that every single day, okay? All right, so that's tip number one. Let's move to the second one. The second one is all about, if you could do that, Darren. Okay, so the second one is really about having that vision of your business. So when you guys are looking to grow your business to the next level, part of that is having a vision. Where do you see yourself now, 1 year from now, 3 to 5 years from now, and 10 years from now? How many of y'all right now have a vision of yourself 1 year from now? Who does? Okay, see, that's a lot slimmer. That's just probably about 4 or 5 of y'all. So that's what we need to work on. We need to close our eyes, think about where do we want to go. Where do we want to go now, 1 year from now, and 3 to 5 years from now? We have to dream big, okay? If we don't dream big, how are we going to make it happen every day? Think about it. If you just think, I'm just going to wake up, I'm going to watch the news, I'm going to have my breakfast, I'm going to just chill, and then maybe I'll go to Carl Scott's networking lunch. Mona's kind of bugging me. Maybe I'll go. You know, she keeps calling me. She keeps texting me. Maybe I'll go see her. Okay, if you got that rolling attitude, that's how you're going to roll every day. That's just not one day. You're going to roll like that every single day. Slow-mo. Okay, we're not slow-mo here. We're in action, okay? Would y'all agree? We're in action. We're in action to get things done. Make our business grow to the next level. So how are we going to do that if we don't have no clue where we're going? We just walk anywhere we want, do whatever we want, pick up our kids on time, and that's it. Well, we got to have a vision for our business. Where is it going? What is your goal? So my goals, I met every single one of my goals this year. I wrote them down at the beginning of the year. I had a vision of where I wanted to go with my business, and I tick, 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 everything is gone, and everything is above my goals. I have exceeded my goals, okay? That's right. No, I set them high, and I'm ready to double my business next year. So I already have my vision for my business. I am looking to grow my real estate business. I'm looking to build a little team next year. So if any of y'all want to change careers and come into real estate, come see me. I'm looking to get a buyer's agent. I'm looking to have a full-fledged transactional coordinator, and I'm looking to have an admin to do all my work. Right now, this year, I got a part-time admin to help me, which has helped my business. But next year, I'm taking it to the next level. So I already have that vision. Today's November 1st. What did you say? That's pretty good? To get my vision for next year? All right. So that's part of my vision. My vision is to grow my business, to get it to the next level. So I want all of you guys to dream big and find passion in your business. How many of you truly love what you do? That's wonderful. That is wonderful. And I saw probably about maybe 7 to 10 hands. That's not bad. But I know there's about 25 of y'all here. So some people didn't raise their hand. And that's okay, because the goal is to eventually find your passion. Because if you're passionate, if you love what you do, don't you think you're going to be good at it at some point? At some point you're going to be good, right? So you got to really have that vision. This is where I want to be. And I really kind of had that vision at the beginning of the year. I really wanted to get my business to the next level. I had a goal of how many closings I wanted by the end of the year. I had a goal of how many listing appointments I had to go every week. I had a goal of how many active listings I wanted in the market. I had a goal of how many closings I wanted per month. And I hit those goals. There were some areas where I was a little short. But that's okay, because I've got the motivation, and I've got the planning, and I've got the vision of where I want to be next year, because nobody's perfect, right? And there are a lot of times where I had to take a step back to take a step up. Do y'all get it? Sometimes you got to fall and then move up, right? So you can have a vision, and it may not always go as planned, you know? I mean, things for me now are really good, but I've had those couple of deals that busted out. I have a couple of buyers that, you know, something didn't work out. We decided not to do business together. You know, 1 or 2 things that may have happened with my lender situation. But that's okay. I just got up from it. I said, I can do this. It doesn't matter. I am set. I am determined to build my vision and make it happen. All right, so you guys have to have that mindset, and you have to have a vision. Does that make sense? Okay, so put in your notes, number 2, develop a vision. What is a vision for your business? Because Carl Scott told me to say, we want everybody to get ready for next year. So we want to keep the ball rolling, right? So are y'all going to wake up January 1st and set your vision, or are you going to set it now? Now, okay? So I want everybody to set your vision now, okay? And if you want, text me, email me. I'd love to hear what your vision is, because I'm passionate. And before I did real estate, I did a lot of training and development. I was in human resources. I've done a lot of consulting. So I would love to hear what your vision is. Text it to me. Get me on my Facebook. Check out my Mona Knows Homes. Send me a little Facebook message. Mona, I loved your speech, and I got my vision. All right? So if there's 25 of y'all, I want to hear from at least how many of y'all with your vision? 25. I don't take 24, I take 25. All right, so y'all put that in your notes. Text Mona your vision, okay? And that'll get you going and keep you motivated. And if you don't, I'll follow up with you. All right? I'll find you. Robbie knows. I called Robbie this morning at 9 a.m. Hey, Robbie, are you coming to this lunch? I haven't seen you register. You better get yourself at this lunch. And Robbie said, I'll be there, Mona. Don't worry, I'll be there. All right? And Carl was even surprised she showed up. But I'm saying, if you're committed and you want to do something, you got to make it happen for yourself. Even if I follow up with you, I'm not going to drag you to develop your vision. You've got to do that yourself, because it's your business. Is that right? All right. All right, let's go to slide number 3. The next thing is you've got your vision. So what happens after you have your vision? You've got this grand plan in your mind. You've got to set goals. So what does that mean, setting goals? That means being specific. How many of you have heard of a SMART goal? Do you remember that back in school, or when you had your first job and your boss said, write your performance goals out and make sure they're SMART? Y'all know what that means, right? Okay, so Darren, tell me, what is a SMART goal?
Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound.
Exactly, right. So he's got it, and I know his background, so I know he would know that, okay? So it's specific, S, for being a specific goal, okay? M, measurable, okay? A, we say attainable or achievable, either one, okay? Or realistic. Your goal has to be realistic, okay? You got to be realistic, okay? We can't just say we want to do everything and we want to conquer the whole world. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. But we can conquer small pieces of the world and break it down in chunks. And then lastly, it's got to be time-bound. You've got to put timelines on everything you're doing. Because if you're so broad, how are you going to see that happen? If you say, I'm going to do this, well, when are you going to do that? Are you going to do that in 1 month, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter? What is your goal? Okay, so be specific. Do y'all get that? Do you think that's going to help your business? Yes. All right, so I want all of you guys now, in the month of November, to develop your vision and write down your business goals. And when you write down your business goals, you have to track those goals, okay? You have to measure your progress. Don't just look at your goals in January and then roll in December. Oh, let me see those goals. What happened to those goals? Oh, where did I put it, on that little Post-it note? Those goals should be right in front of you every single day. And you should be checking those goals every single week, okay? One of the reasons that I was very successful this year, and I continue to be successful, is I look at my goals. I look at my goals every day, every week. And if I'm short, I get it. I may be short. But I'm going to make it up the following week, because there is no way I'm going to be short at the end of the year. Do y'all get that? All right. And who controls your goals? You do. All right. Next thing I want to talk about is we have to know our numbers. So when we talk about, like, especially in real estate, one of our big numbers are, you know, what's our production? What's our closed volume, okay? So I know that number at the tip of my finger, because I always know, okay, this is how much this deal was, this is what's going to net, this is what my numbers are. And I think that's one of the reasons that I've done so well. And, you know, when I got in the magazine for Houston Real Producers, someone actually nominated me to the magazine. One of my business partners, Tammy McCall, actually nominated coordinated me to Taylor, who was part of the Houston Real Producers, and she told Taylor, Mona's a rising star. She's got her stuff together. She knows her numbers, okay? So we are at a point, and y'all can read my numbers in the magazine, but I'm at a point where I want to know my numbers. I want to build my numbers to the next level. So for you guys, whatever your business is, all of you guys should have some kind of metrics, right? Some kind of tracking mechanism, whether you hit your quota, whether you had so many appointments per week. So I want you guys to know your numbers, because that's going to help you hit your goals. And when you see in that week, oh my gosh, I'm short, I didn't make those numbers. Well, what are you going to do differently next week? Start planning your day so you can plan your week, plan your month, and plan your year, all right? Okay, so write down on your sheet number 3, set your goals, okay? And when is this all going to happen? When are y'all going to do all this planning, by the way? Yesterday, like now, okay? All right, because we need to have all this in order before January, okay? And I'm telling you, if you really listen to this, you're going to see a huge success in your business. But you got to yourself and actually do these things, right? You can't just say, oh, it sounds good. I'll get to it whenever. Let me watch that Astros game again, and then, maybe I'll get to it later, if they win, Well, we don't do that. We just get it done, right? All right, let's go next, okay? So our next goal here is find a mentor to coach you. How many of you guys have a business mentor? Somebody who is there to coach you on an ongoing basis. That's it? Okay, well, we need to get that fixed. So what that means is I have some mentors that are good business partners that are my friends. We talk periodically, we exchange ideas, but I also have a business mentor, somebody that I meet with every other week in real estate, in my business, that coaches me, checks in with me as where I'm at my goals and where I need to be with my goals. Why am I short, and what am I going to do to get there to the next level? You have got to find someone that's a role model in your business. So do y'all have people that y'all just really admire besides me? Anybody have anybody they admire besides me? I'm just kidding with y'all, but find someone you admire in your business, in your line of work. Okay, so I know Steve raised his hand. So Steve, tell us a little bit about who your mentor is.
My mentor is someone who's doing now what I want to do.
That's good.
In terms of volume and profit and the amount of business and how much and being able to do business on the goal,
That's great.
So I just try to model and follow instructions.
Good. Do you meet with your mentor periodically or have phone calls?
Usually online.
Online? Okay. Good. Okay. Good. Have you seen some improvement in your business or your way of thinking with your mentor? Exactly.
Yeah, one thing is if you have a mentor, that's where you're supposed to be. Just you have to approach it with the mindset of I don't know.
Exactly.
This person knows.
Right.
It may not make sense to you.
Right.
At the time, but if that person's there 9 times out of 10,
Right.
your way is probably not the best.
That's right. So you have to have somebody to go to with questions, somebody that's in your line of work, okay? I would love to be a mentor to anybody who is in real estate, that is looking to build their business, because that's my line of work. But I wouldn't be the best mentor in foundation repair for Velas, because, that's just, I know about it, but I'm not an expert, all right? So Velas has got to find his own mentor, all right? So basically, you've got to find that mentor, someone you look up to you, and when you have a mentor, their job is to coach you, but you've got to challenge yourself, okay? You can't expect that mentor to do everything for you. Rob, do you have a mentor? Okay, good. Who's your mentor?
Larry Lewis.
Good. And have you found that relationship helpful for your growing your business?
Some days, some days.
Some days not. That's true. That's true. That's right. So that mentor is going to push you. You may not agree with that mentor. You may be like, no way, I'm not going to be able to do this, but they're going to challenge you and push you. And not only will the mentor push you, that'll help you challenge yourself. Because if your mentor is saying, hey, you can do this, and you're like, no, I can't. Well, maybe after a couple weeks, you're going to be like, yes, I can, so they're going to push you to think at that next level, okay? So write that down. Find a mentor in your business, okay? What's next? Darren, can you go ahead and change our slides there? The next thing here is going to be accountable. So we talked a lot about this with our goals and tracking our business, but the key thing is to kind of measure things and have an accountability system within yourself, because there's nobody, not including your spouse, that's going to say, hey, Mona, did you meet 20 contacts a day? No, he's not going to say that to me, so I got to make sure that I meet my 20 contacts a day. I've got to be accountable. Your business grows to the extent that you do. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay, so that really is important, because it's a lot about your business, and who you are is by self-development, training, reading books. I heard Velas was saying he likes to read in the morning. Reading, learning, going to seminars like Carl Scott's Luncheon, going to other business seminars, continuing education. I'm always trying to learn things. I do residential real estate, but I also do commercial real estate. I'm starting to get into that. So every month I go to a Fort Bend commercial realtor meeting, because I want to hear what's going on in the commercial real estate side to grow my skill set on the commercial side. Because nobody is an expert day one, right? So you've got to build that toolkit, build that skill set, and you've got to grow yourself in order to grow your business, okay? I want all of you guys to write that down. Be accountable, okay? And be accountable not just for the sake of, hey, let me check this off. This looks good. Wow, my paper had 6 things. I'll check, 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 check. No, be accountable to yourself. And it's not the to-dos that you're being accountable for, but it's your goals that you're being accountable for. Because every day I can have 20 to-dos, and I can finish every one of them and be like, oh man, I got all that done. But is that really going towards my goals and what I set for me that week, that month, that year, that quarter? So you have to be accountable for your goals, because nobody's going to do that except for you, okay? All right, let's go to the next one. The next one is really, now we kind of focused this presentation a lot about the positive mindset, having a vision, having goals, getting a mentor, being accountable. So those are kind of some things you have to do on the front end. But now we're going to focus really on your business. So what is your value proposition? How many of y'all know your value proposition? What you add to the table as being a business owner? Who wants to raise their hand and tell me? Okay, Darren, what's your value proposition?
My value proposition is I build the internal development of people so that they can enhance their external skill set.
I like that. Good, good. So he's coming from within. He builds the internal side to work on the outside. I know I said that completely wrong, but the point was you've got to work on the inside before you can work on the outside. So he has that as his value proposition. Anyone else? What sets you apart from everybody else in your business? What do you do differently? Anybody else feels confident to raise their hand? Go ahead.
Mine's as structured, but
Okay.
I put my best foot forward, and I never take no for an answer. I'm always moving.
That's perfect. So he puts his best foot forward and he never takes no for an answer. That's good, but I also want to see it kind of related to your business. So within your business, if I saw another person that did the same thing that you did, why would they pick you? Because I could say I put my best foot forward too every single time. So what is it that you are doing in your business that nobody else is doing?
My actions speak louder than my words.
Okay, that's good to add to it too. So start working on whatever that value proposition. Velas, how about you? What's your value proposition?
One thing I do is continue to be genuine. I genuinely care about people, and if they have a need and a service that I'm selling, and my job is to make sure that I fulfill that need and make sure they're happy. And I'm not happy until they're happy.
Right.
You know, I generally care about what I'm doing.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, and that really shows through. I recently met Velas at a networking. He is very genuine. He cares about helping people, and that shines through. So when you have your value proposition as to what sets you apart from others, that's going to shine through in your business. And you should be able to articulate your value proposition in 30 seconds, okay? So you know when you guys have those standard networking things, you guys know what I'm talking about. Well, what's your elevator? What's your 30 seconds, okay? You got to get that down. That is for real. That's not a joke, because when you're networking, and I introduce myself, Mariah, right? When I introduce myself to Mariah, she's got to tell me in 30 seconds about her business, and I have 30 seconds to tell her. Now, if I keep going on and on and on, I mean, you guys know I like to talk, right? But if I keep going on and on, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, I mean, Mariah's going to tune me out. She's going to be like, this girl talks way too much. I'll move on from her, because you got to be able to be succinct. Nobody wants to hear you talk. They want to hear themselves talk. Is that right? Everybody wants to hear themselves talk. So you have to be a better listener than a talker. So when you're at 30 seconds, you're really, hey, bam, 30 seconds. Pause. Take a breath. okay? And then let them talk. Find out questions about that other person. How can you help them? When we're in business, we're all about helping others, okay? That's how we make money, by being of service to other people. Do y'all agree with that?
Yes.
If we don't help others, nobody is going to use us, okay? We have to come from that genuine attitude, that sense of helping, that sense of contribution, and that's what I've really worked on with my business this year. I'll be talking about it in a few minutes with the social media and Mona's 1-minute realty tip, but I've worked on really adding value to my business and having that one-stop shop for real estate, which is my tagline for my value proposition. Mona knows homes. Mona's a one-stop shop for all your real estate. And I've got my referral partners there. So when they come to me for real estate and they want any service, whether it's home warranty, home insurance, energy, whatever they want, I've got a business partner. So that's my tagline. That's how I come across. So all of you guys have to find that for your business and make sure that you're adding value. So when I do my Mona's 1-minute realty tip on Facebook, or I do a Facebook Live, I'm trying to give back to you guys. I have no agenda but to help you. Okay? So I want you guys to come with that servant attitude when you're working in business, to help others. Okay, let's move on. So write that down, value proposition, okay? We just got about 3 or 4 more slides. The next thing is build strong relationships. So that's why I'm part of the Networkers Luncheon. I really do believe in the vision of the Networkers Luncheon and networking. Networking, and I learned this from my mentor, Carl Scott, who's constantly giving me good advice about my business. You have to be a connector of people. That's a cop, and he uses that, and I told him, I'm going to steal that from you. I'm going to steal that for this presentation, okay? All right, so what does that mean? So I'm going to try to say it in Carl Scott's words. So that means that you're going to be a connector of people. So when you meet someone, it's not really just shoving your business card right down their face, but it's trying to get to know that person. How do you build that relationship with someone, and how do you connect them to someone or something else? So when I network with someone, obviously today was a little different format because we're, speed dialing, trying to get everybody in, do our little dance down the line. Oh, you guys enjoy that dance, but we're trying to go fast. But really, when you're meeting someone, it's about connecting. So when you meet that contact, there's 3 things that you should be offering them. Number 1, is there someone that you can, like a business contact that you can refer them to? So is there someone that I can say, hey, Tamara, I want to refer you to this person because that would be someone that you should talk to in your business. So that's number 1. Give them a contact, somebody that you can refer them to, just from a networking standpoint, not even a referral. That's one way. The second way is actually giving them a referral, which I did really good with Velas. I met him and I said, hey, I got 2 houses. We've got foundation problems. Here are 2 referrals right then and there. He got lucky, okay? He got lucky. I had 2 referrals for him right then and there when I met him, okay? So that's adding value right there on that first networking contact, all right? And then the last thing is invite them to a networking event. If for some reason you don't know how to help this person, they seem like a great person, invite them to a networking event. Invite them to the Networkers Luncheon. Invite them to any chamber event, any kind of networking country club that you're part of, any kind of golf event, sports event, whatever you got. Give them something, right? Give them something, right? Okay, they're coming out here to meet you. They're excited. Give them something. So connect people. So when Carl says, hey, it's a connector of people, you should have, when I talk to Jay, I should have in the back of my head, hey, I want to connect him to at least 1, 2, 3, 4 people in my head. Hey, I know someone right now, right after this networking session, I'm going to connect him with somebody. Or better yet, I learned this from Tony Harris. She said that make sure after you go to a networking event, your goal should be to make 3 appointments at the end of the networking event. So right then, have your calendar out. Okay, hey, Bill, let's meet tomorrow at 1 o'clock for coffee. Are you good with that? I want to talk to you about your business. Bill, does that work for you? All right, let's make it happen. Let's get it on the calendar. So make those 3 appointments right at that networking event, because before you know it, you've got those business cards. They're collecting in your purse and your wallet, and you're just going to forget about those people. All right, so Carl, how did I do? Connector of people.
Fantastic.
All right. So I got Carl's approval. So that's networking, all right? All right, let's move on. Everyone write that down, networking. How are you going to network? The next one is, we're getting close to the end, social media. So this is my favorite. Through my business, in the past year, I have really grown my business. All of you guys need to have a brand name, okay? If you do not have a brand name for your business, make sure you figure something out. Hire a marketing person, do something. Because you got to have a name, okay? When I started real estate, I was just Mona Parikh. I mean, I sound good, I look good, but I was just Mona Parikh, okay? That didn't make me stand out from the crowd. Now I got this Mona Knows Homes. Who knows Holmes? Mona knows, that's not gonna fly. Who knows Holmes? Mona knows Holmes. So I've got a brand and I've got a following, okay? That's what I wanna hear from all of y'all's brands. You need a brand. Secondly, with social media, you've got to create a business website, okay? Not just your little personal little thing, your cutesy little thing with your, you know, whatever, pictures of your friends and family and whatever, your dogs and cats. No, you need a business website, something for your business. Make sure you get your domain branded. Whatever your name is, Mona Knows Homes, that's my domain name. You go to Mona Knows Homes, you see my website. So all of you need a business website and you need to be on social media. So I love social media, like I really do love social media, okay? I love Facebook Live. I love going on there and showing things about my business because I've got a passion in my business. And I want other people to see that passion in me. Come out live on Facebook. Come out on Facebook or other medias. Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. Get out there on social media. Get your name brand known. This year alone, I've had probably about 6 to 8 leads come straight from my social media. That's pretty good. I've been doing my Mona's 1 Minute Realty Tip in October. It's been a year. So I've put out 52 real estate tips once a week, if not twice a week. So we're getting that and making it happen. So I want all of you guys to come up with a brand, come up with your realty tip. It won't be realty for everybody, but come up with your little value add tip and engage in social media. Everybody is online, okay? And if you're not online, I don't know what you're doing, but you got to be online, all right? So does that make sense? Write that down. Engage in social media. All right, we're almost done. Like one or two more slides. Okay, Darren, what's next? The next thing that I'm going to be talking about is really, let's see if we can get that going. Highlight your success stories. Okay, business, you've got to tell people what you're doing. Do you get that? Do you understand that if you're in business, you got to boast a little? You got to tell people, I'm amazing. I've hit my goals. This year alone, I've had 22 listings in the market and they've all sold within 3 months. That's me. All right? So I'm excited. I'm going to boast about my business and I'm going to highlight my success stories. Why? Because I want people to know. And I want people to use me when they think about real estate, okay? And so you've got to boast yourself. You can't be sitting in the corner and doing your little thing and hoping that somebody's going to go look in that little corner and find you. You think somebody's going to go look for you if you're sitting in a corner? No. So you've got to get out there and make it happen. Highlight your success stories. I was so excited that I got published in 3 different places this year. So that's why I brought a little magazine article of my big thing. I mean, I was super excited. So I want to highlight to all of you guys my success, and I want you to be able to do that for yourself, for your business. Be proud of your business and make it known, highlight it, tell people, highlight it on your website. If you get good testimonials, get good reviews, put that on your website. All right, what's next? And we're almost done, 2 minutes. All right, this is my favorite part. So if you're going to work hard, what are you going to do?
Play hard.
Play hard. If you're going to work hard, what are you going to do? Play hard, all right? So I really believe in that. So I work my tail off. I know all of you guys work your tail off because you're business owners. Is that right? Is everybody working hard? Yes. So if we're working hard, we've got to have fun. Would you agree? So what's your favorite thing to do? Go on a cruise? Go on a vacation? Hang out with the kids? Go to a concert? Go to the movies? Whatever it is, find your thing and celebrate. Okay? So are y'all going to have some fun for the holidays this year? Yeah. All right, me too. So that kind of wraps up. I have one final thought to close my presentation. Darren, if you could go ahead and flip that final thought slide. This is something that I kind of wrote the other day. I was doing my presentation. I was telling Carl, I just woke up really early one morning and I said, I've got to get my slides together. Everything's in my head. Did it come through? Okay. So I just kind of said, you know, I've got to get all my thoughts down on paper. I have this amazing vision of what I want to talk about, but I don't have everything on paper. So this is a quote from me, and I'm just going to kind of read it to capture it. Now, don't copyright this quote, okay? This is from me, and I'm going to use this in my future business. You could definitely write it down, but don't copyright it, okay? Your vision, drive, and passion drives your business to the next level. Ignite your passion and live your dreams. All right? So thank you guys so much for having me. And let's get your business to the next level in 2018. Thank you.
Anyone have any questions for Mona? Anyone have any questions?
I have one question. Mona, you talked about find a coach and find a mentor and have them to coach you. For the room, is there a difference in a coach and a mentor?
Well, I think it's whatever kind of drives you. When I think of a specific mentor, I'm thinking someone for me in my business that's going to kind of take me to the next level from a real estate business standpoint. When I think of a coach, I think of someone that's kind of pushing me along, motivating me, kind of giving that kind of bump every now and then. You can have multiple mentors. I consider Carl and Pablo my mentors from a business standpoint, but then I have my mentor that's focused on real estate. So you can have multiple mentors and multiple coaches, but the coach is the one that's kind of pushing you. Y'all remember in school, that little coach, hey, come on, make that goal. Come on, make that basketball shot. That's that one that's pushing you, kind of driving you. But the mentor is really helping you with that vision, goals, and holding you accountable. That's how I see it. All right? Anything else? Yes.
I have a question. It's great that you develop your own strategic partners. Now, being in real estate, and of course real estate is licensed by the state, how is it that you get away from recommending someone within your and not within
Sure.
your work and not being in conflict?
Right. So what I typically do, anytime someone asks me for a referral, like for a home warranty person, out of obligation, if it's in writing, I do refer them to 3 different people. But I say my top person that I've used and have a good success with is so-and-so. And I say, honestly, you can pick any of these people, or you can shop around and find whoever you'd like that would work for your business. So I always give them 3 choices, but I do highlight, hey, I'm a referral partner with this person. They've done an amazing job, and I think that they would give you a great quote on your home insurance or whatever the case is. But great question, Pablo.
That's a great question.
Yeah. Anything else?
All right, can we give her a standing applause?
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Don't make me blush. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. And I have a little raffle basket, so we're going to do a drawing, and I think Carl has a drawing too. So, and I also have some feedback forms. So did y'all get those forms? Okay. So if y'all can just fill those out for me, and then one thing is if you can write one thing that you're going to apply in your business, or anything for me that I can put on my Facebook website, like any comments about how you thought Mona did as a speaker, like just a quick one statement. I may put some plugs on Facebook. Hey, I had a great session, and here's some things that the audience said. So if y'all can put some positive energy and feedback on the form under comments, I'd love it. And I'll just say, Robbie said this, Vela said this, and kind of get y'all out, tag y'all, and get your name out there. But y'all want to do the drawing?
Yes,
Okay,
we're actually
okay.
going to, right before doing this, doing the drawing, which is the best part for last, I want to bring up a gentleman, Pablo, you heard from earlier. Real quick, guys, we believe in the educational component with this as well. So first off, from what you heard today, the speed networking session, then on to our fabulous speaker, Mona, did you guys get some value out of that? Yes. Perfect. All right.